4, 3.
The word pretentious is several things. 1. It is an insult. It is never meant as a compliment. 2. It is an opinion. There is no scientific way to prove pretension because 3. It is subjective. And on that note, let it be said that the theories presented in this video are entirely my own, and you have every right to disagree. I mean, you might even think I'm pretentious, and because pretension is subjective, you'd be right. But I don't think I'm pretentious, and this is my video, so you can off. Right, now that's out of the way, let's learn about pretension.
Yes, let's.
To understand pretension, we first need to understand some other things, particularly self-identity, self-expression, authenticity, and motivation. Let's start by getting selfie with self-identity and self-expression. If you watched this video, you'll remember that I've already explained gender identity and gender expression. Well, self-identity and self-expression are very similar, just not specifically about gender. Self-identity is who you truly are on the inside, while self-expression is the way you present yourself on the outside, in the ways you dress, behave, and interact with people. Identity, I, internal. Expression, E, external. It's very easy.
Very easy.
Now, pretension is when your self-identity and self-expression don't align, because you are pretending to be someone on the outside that you are not on the inside.
Yes, I know.
Let's look at an example with cookies. This is a cookie, and the self-identity of the cookie is a cookie, because the cookie is a cookie, and the cookie is delicious. But the cookie is expressing itself as if it were a brownie. The misguided cookie has been tricked by society into believing that brownies are more delicious than cookies, because the cookie is naive and impressionable. You see, when your self-expression doesn't truly reflect your self-identity, your self-expression begins to feel inauthentic. Which brings me to my next point. Authenticity. Authenticity is the opposite of pretension. It's a sense of sincerity, of genuineness, of realness.
The realness.
Thank you, RuPaul. Now, to be precise, it is a lack of authenticity or realness that other human beings perceive as pretension. For example, here we have our cookie expressing itself as a brownie, and here we have a brownie expressing itself as a brownie. What is the difference between them? I'll tell you. The difference is that the brownie is expressing itself authentically, while the cookie is expressing itself inauthentically.
And the cookie is a metaphor for pretentious people.
But how, Lady Aria Grey, I hear you say, how do I know if I'm being pretentious? Well, I'm glad you asked, because there is a very easy way to test, and it all depends on your motivation. Motivation is the reason behind one's self-expression, and pretension is when one's motivation for one's self-expression is insincere. So all you have to do is ask yourself, why? Why am I posting a photo of an average cup of coffee as if it's interesting? Why have I named my child after a herb? Why have I suddenly developed a gluten intolerance? Why am I wearing glasses when I have perfect vision? Why am I wearing a flower crown to the grocery store? Why have I purchased a bindi when I don't understand what it means? Why have I purchased anything from Gwyneth Paltrow's website? And why am I posting photos of random inanimate objects organized into perfect, little, pointless piles? Now, if your motivation for these things is rooted in a clearly defined sense of self-identity and a desire to express yourself in a way that is genuine and sincere and accurate, then you are probably not being pretentious. But if your motivation is rooted in a desire to fit in, conform, impress people, get attention, or be cool, then you need to think about that.